Welcome to today's video from the History Vault. Today we're looking at the early career of Napoleon Bonaparte. Like and subscribe for more content. So, it's 1785, and Napoleon Bonaparte just graduates from military school. He's only 16 and already a second lieutenant in the French artillery. But instead of diving into action, he's posted to Valence and Auxonne, pretty quiet places to start a military career. What does Napoleon do with his downtime? He spends a lot of it in Corsica, reconnecting with his roots. And Corsican nationalism? It's running strong in him. By 1789, the French Revolution kicks off, and Napoleon sees an opportunity. He heads back to Corsica, now a revolutionary on a mission to spread the ideals of liberty and equality to his fellow islanders. Paoli, the old Corsican leader, returns too, but he's not exactly a fan of Napoleon. Paoli sees Napoleon's father as a sellout for abandoning the Corsican independence movement. Awkward, right? Still, Napoleon isn't one to back down from a fight. He jumps right into the chaotic political struggle between royalists, revolutionaries, and Corsican nationalists. Napoleon throws his lot in with the Jacobins, France's revolutionary radicals. He even gets command of a battalion of Corsican volunteers and a promotion to captain in the regular French army in 1792. Things are looking good. But 1793 is a rough year. Napoleon takes part in a failed expedition to Sardinia, and rumors fly that Paoli sabotaged the whole thing. Napoleon's enemies multiply, and before long, Corsica's assembly condemns him and his family. It gets so bad that Napoleon and the Bonapartes have to flee to mainland France. They land in Toulon, and from there, Napoleon's path to glory really begins. Back in France, Napoleon returns to his regiment in Nice, where he's assigned to a coastal battery. In between military duties, he writes a pamphlet, Le Super de Beaucaire, showing his support for the National Convention and the Jacobins. He's not just a soldier anymore, he's getting into politics. Then September rolls around, and thanks to some help from his Corsican ally, Saliceti, Napoleon gets promoted to artillery commander of the Republican forces at Toulon. The port's under British control, but Napoleon has a plan. He focuses on taking a key hill fort. From there, his artillery can rain down fire on the harbor, forcing the British to flee. And guess what? It works. Toulon falls, and Napoleon gets his first taste of real fame. Now people are starting to notice this young artillery commander. Important figures like Augustin Robespierre, brother of the Maximilien Robespierre, see potential in Napoleon. After the victory at Toulon, Napoleon is promoted to brigadier general and tasked with defending the Mediterranean coast. Then in early 1794, he's made artillery commander of the Army of Italy and starts plotting campaigns against the Kingdom of Sardinia. Napoleon's plans lead to victory in the Second Battle of Sorgo, and his forces press further into enemy territory. He's making a name for himself as a brilliant strategist, and his stock in the French military is rising fast. But life isn't all victories. After the fall of Robespierre in 1794, Napoleon's ties to the Jacobins make him a political target. He's arrested but quickly released, luckily for him. He's then assigned to lead the Army of the West, but Napoleon isn't thrilled about it. It's a demotion, and he uses the excuse of poor health to get out of it. During this downtime, Napoleon starts writing a romantic novella, Clisson et Eugénie, a thinly veiled story about his relationship with his fiancée, Désirée Clary. He's not just a general, he's a romantic at heart. By 1795, he's caught up in the political turmoil of post-revolutionary France. When royalists in Paris rise up against the National Convention, Napoleon's called in to help defend the government. He doesn't hesitate. With a few well-placed cannons and a ruthless strategy, Napoleon crushes the rebellion with what he famously called a whiff of grapeshot. It's a decisive moment. Napoleon proves himself to be a loyal and effective defender of the revolution. After this, the new government, known as the Directory, rewards Napoleon with a promotion. He's made commander of the Army of the Interior, and his political career starts to take off. And as if things couldn't get more dramatic, Napoleon marries Josephine de Beauharnais, a woman with deep connections in the upper circles of French society. Their relationship quickly becomes the stuff of legend, but that's a story for another time. By 1796, Napoleon is handed command of the Army of Italy. His orders? Take the fight to France's enemies and show them the might of the revolution. And with that, Napoleon is off to make history on the battlefields of Europe, setting the stage for his meteoric rise to power. And there you have it, the early career of Napoleon Bonaparte. From Corsican exile to brigadier general, this was only the beginning of his incredible journey.